Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so excited to have you here. I actually can't believe it, but it is time for another 3-month outlook reading. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to dive right in and get a general outlook for the next 3 months for Pisces with the Sacred Traveler deck. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. I deeply appreciate your support on this channel. To those of you who regularly comment and like my videos, thank you very much as well. To those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. These are general readings. We just need to keep that in mind and take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Pisces, for the next 3 months, wow, it looks like a good 3 months. Man, oh man, you guys have support is all around you, opening to your spiritual source, and everything is smooth sailing. Guys, this, this is a really beautiful, calm energy. I feel like you're going to be able to make great progress or great strides in the next 3 months. I feel like you're going to have support for your journey. I feel like you're also going to be guided by some kind of vision of happiness. Sometimes we forget to really listen to all the cues that our body is giving us. Like, when we hang out with people and we walk away and we go, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. I think I want to go to like the bookstore and buy a book because I had this conversation and da. And then sometimes we leave people and we go, I hope they didn't misunderstand what I was saying when I said this. And I hope that like it was okay that I talked about that. Or I hope it was okay that I asked about that. Or, I didn't like it when that person, when I said this and their response was that. It just made me feel uncomfortable. It just made me feel like, what are you getting at? Like, what do you really mean? What are you saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we'll just sort of stop listening to that inner voice, or we'll be listening to it, but we'll be so engrossed in everything that it has to say that we forget to look at the bigger picture, which is maybe I shouldn't spend so much time with that person, or maybe I should spend more time with that person, And so I feel like this period of the next 3 months, it's kind of like just obvious to you. The path is stretched out ahead of you, and there's this picture of happiness, or there's this picture of where you're going. And it seems pretty clear, like it seems like it's easier for you to determine and discern who is supporting you and kind of make a lot of space for those people. But the people that sort of make you question things, it's like they're not here. They're nowhere in the picture. They're nowhere to be found. So I feel like you're really listening, or you have really listened. You may have weeded your gardens there. And you may be, I keep getting this in your readings, you may be coming across members of your soul tribe here. There may even be one really special one in particular with that white peacock. And I feel like Pisces, you're really able to hear your intuition. Sometimes we're so busy, or we're so locked into what's in front of us, or what's happening, or what we want to happen, or what we need to happen that's not happening, that we can't listen to our intuition. We can't hear it because there's so much noise there in our mind. And it feels like here you're rising above that noise. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're finding time to connect to yourself. You're finding time to like clear the mind and listen to the intuition and let it guide you. And man, Pisces, best of all, most of all, you're opening to flow, and you're in the flow. And this is when you're able to make a tremendous amount of progress with very little effort. Sounds good to me. All right. It's a good time to be a Pisces. Okay, so let's dive in and look at July specifically first. So, Spirit, what do we have for July? What do we have for July? For Pisces, please. Okay. Wow, you're getting the new moon in Cancer, which is an energy of July. And this is telling you, you and your loved ones are safe. You have nothing is yet set in stone. And I think, the vibe that this is giving me is, if things don't feel great right now, if it doesn't feel like you're entering the flow, if it doesn't feel like you're finding your soul tribe, if everything that I've said so far feels like a foreign language to you, or a pipe dream, or something that's really kind of unimaginable, how am I going to get there? What does that look like? This is saying to you, the one thing that you know for sure is that things are going to change. And when I see that followed by the new moon in Cancer, you know what we do with the new moons? We manifest. And manifesting really requires us to be able to believe in our dreams, to be able to believe that they are possible. It asks us to stretch beyond the current condition that we're in and expand ourselves to a place where we can truly feel the embodiment and the experience of what we are trying to create with our lives. Creation is actually somewhat effortless. Just taking pregnancy for an example, the body is going through a lot of things, but the body knows what to do. The body sort of does it automatically. And yeah, there are complications, and yeah, things happen. And yeah, sometimes you need a little help. But for the most part, the body sort of does it on its own. You have to fuel it. You have to do the usual things, right? You have to get plenty of sleep. You have to eat. You have to stay hydrated. You need to avoid stressful situations, but those are basic general rules for life. But the body just sort of knows what it's doing. And so in that way, it's not like when I was pregnant with my kids, I was sitting there going, okay, now cells, you need to divide. And you need to divide at this rate. Okay, now the baby should be at this size. And if it's not, body, then you're not doing a good job. I need to control this a little better. We don't do that. We just try to take the best care of ourselves possible. And we let the body do what the body does. And it's the same thing here. How am I trying to say it? Everything that occurs in nature is an example of everything that occurs in nature. We're the same, right? If you've seen those pictures of the lung and the tree, and they look the same, and they're both transmuting one kind of gas into another kind of gas, right? Oxygen into carbon dioxide into oxygen. It's the backwards and forwards of the same thing. Well, creation is the same thing. If you talk to an artist, the best art comes when the mind is gone. The instinct just takes over. And it's the same here with manifesting, guys. It is, okay, this is what we're giving birth to. I'm going to surrender it to the universe. I'm going to trust the universe. I know that I don't have to control anything. I know that I can sit back. I can allow it to come into being. And I can trust that it will, because that's how things come into being. I know that because that's, the example of pregnancy. And pregnancy is, largely the same with every, a species growing from a seed into a plant. The seed knows what to do. It carries everything it needs within it. So too does the universe to answer your manifestations. And so this is saying, all you really need to remember is that nothing is set in stone, is that nothing is permanent. Everything is fluid. Everything is changeable. Everything is limitless. And you're safe. You're okay. You don't need to be in a state of fear. You don't need to be in a state of instability or insecurity. You can trust. You're creating something big here, Pisces. That is what you are doing, I feel. for Pisces for July, please, Spirit. For Pisces for July, please, Spirit. All right, Pisces. Oh my gosh, literally. This card, I think we have to look at it, don't you? Okay. You have caged heart here. Now, Pisces, I feel like this energy is a bit the energy that I'm talking about when it's like there's a sense of limitedness. There's a sense of, well, you know, the only experience I've had in my life is that things have not really gone my way. And so chances are this probably isn't going to go my way either. Or I don't want to get my hopes up, because if I get my hopes up and then it doesn't come to pass, then I'll be so disappointed. And I could just avoid disappointment if I just don't get my hopes up. Let me tell you, you're still going to be disappointed even if you don't get your hopes up. You just won't have the up arc. You'll just be level at disappointed. That's the Four of Cups. So what does it hurt to get hopeful? What does it hurt to believe? You know how they say blind faith? A lot of times reality does not really reflect what's really going on. You know, what we really see in our day-to-day lives does not really reflect what is possible. Or even what I just don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but I'll sort of use the iceberg theory. Or I can use the human theory. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. 90% of us cannot be seen or touched. Listen to that. 90% of us cannot be seen or touched. The human part can be seen or touched. But the whole rest of it is happening in an invisible way all the time, every day. And there's been so much research that talks about energy and how we're energetic beings and how our energy actually reaches each other before our being reaches each other. And that when we are really extending love and meta out into the universe, that has the capacity to really like travel far, miles. They've measured it, miles. And so there is this energy with lure and faith, right? That you know, you may not have someone knocking down your door right now going, Pisces, 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 I think I'm in love with you. Pisces, Pisces, you know, I want to be with you. But that doesn't mean that there isn't someone somewhere going, man, I'd really like to be with Pisces. And it's not even just people that we can attract to us. It's circumstances, it's situations, it's abundance, it's well-being, it's jobs, opportunities, it's everything. This is sort of the law of attraction right here, and it's very similar to this energy. You become the energy that you want to be in. You become it, and then it is magnetized to you. It comes to you. This is the law of attraction. It's a law of the universe. And sometimes we get wrapped up in the tip of the iceberg, in that 10% we can see. And we forget how powerful the 90% that's underwater that we don't see is. It's powerful enough to have brought down the Titanic. It's powerful enough to change history. And it is also powerful enough to bring abundance and love and soulmates and job opportunities and abundance and whatever you're lacking, whatever you are trying to create in your life. It can, and it does. And you are powerful enough. You have 90% of you that cannot be seen or touched. There's a really amazing Muji guided meditation. If you're interested in it, write a comment to me, and I'll try to find it and post and send and comment it back to you. Where literally before you know it, you are recognizing that you are yourself. Like I don't even really want to describe it, but when you realize the true essence of you does not actually really change, it's one of those things that doesn't change in life. You can become more enlightened. You grow, you expand, you have experiences, you learn all of these things. But the you that is you, the essence of you, your consciousness is really what it is, doesn't really change. Your perspective can change, all these things can change, but you are you. And even trauma doesn't touch that part, you know, and getting in touch with it can be extremely healing. When you realize, like, no, actually, I still do have the power, because no one could touch that. No one could take that from me. It is an extremely healing experience, I feel like. So if you're into that, let me know. I'll send it to you. And you just lay there with your eyes closed. It doesn't require you to do anything. But I feel like, Pisces, you are luring in someone. And this is requiring you to have faith. You may have manifested this. It may be a particular person, or it may just be a relationship. But you do have, you know, for some people, even though I am getting like a secret admirer, like as in the universe. You know, the universe is watching you unfold. It's watching you grow. It's watching you survive and thrive and find your way through the difficulty and through the suffering. And the universe is like, this energy feels magical to me. And the universe is like, wow, Pisces, wow. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, of course I have no glasses in here. Guys, I really think I'm gonna have to start wearing a necklace, you know, those glasses holders. I think I'm gonna have to start wearing one of those because I keep losing my glasses. All right, she watches him intently as she has many times before. His beauty having her catch her breath. She loves him from afar, unaware that the rest of the world surrounds her. Okay, that's what the card says. So take that as it resonates, Pisces, but you're definitely attracting someone in, and you're definitely becoming more magnetic. And whatever it is that you have been through, whatever it is that you have recovered from or that you are safe from now, you know, you are in a space where you are really and truly capable of creating and attracting what you want to you. All right. Wow, see, look at this. Setbacks will spring you forward. Things are not what they seem. Dig deeper, okay? Happiness is an inside job. Okay, seriously, you guys, when I was telling you what you could attract to you, and I was like, I kind of slowed down and was like, I don't, you know, I was like trying to think of it. I kept thinking happiness. And I have like this palm tree outside my window, and I looked at the palm tree and I literally heard, do not say happiness. Happiness comes from within. And then you got this card. And I was just, I don't know. That just trips me out when that happens. But anyway, okay. And then it says, you cannot please everyone in this situation, so focus on yourself. There's a great Instagram meme out there where somebody says, you know, my grandmother told me that you can't please anyone. Even if they say lay flat, and you lay as flat as you can, they'll still stand there. Someone will still stand there and say, you're not flat enough. So just don't try to please people. And that is just so true. Because people want you to want to please them. Not everyone, but there are people out there who, and so in order to keep that energy generated, they won't ever let you really succeed. They will always be like, yeah, that's not it. That's go back and do something else. You know, that's not gonna work. You know? And it all it does is mess with your own perspective of yourself. and your ability to please other people, which, what does that really matter? How is that really going to lead to your enlightenment? I was able to please people in my life. Okay, good, great. Where did it get you? All right. You guys see, you have the magician, the great alchemist, the manifester. You guys, you got to keep your minds clear here. You really have to know that the universe is malleable. Everything, if you just go outside and go be with nature and you look at it and you think, do things stay the same? Or are things constantly changing? Is everything capable of change? I don't know, but you have this, I mean, I know the answer to that question, but you have this energy here with the clouds. And remember in the Sacred Traveler that we got for a theme for the next 3 months, you had, I don't remember what it was, but it was called Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source, okay? And you see how the tower is above the clouds? That is symbolic of being above the confusion, finding clarity, reaching through. And so if you find yourself with getting thoughts that are in conflict with your manifestation, keep trying to move above it. Keep trying to look at it from a higher level perspective. Keep trying to zoom out. Spend some time just breathing and connecting with yourself and tuning the rest of the world out, meditating. Make it intentional. You know who I'm going to recommend here. If you are really struggling with your thinking, with your thoughts, and especially thoughts of, I need to fix this, I need to control this, I need this in order to be happy, those kind of thoughts, Michael Singer's your guy. I really think he's the best at it. It doesn't work for everyone, right? Because there's not one answer for everyone, but he's pretty amazing. Tara Brach is another really amazing person, and you can find tons of free resources from both of them on YouTube. And then you have the Scythe, which is a sudden, unexpected surprise. It's a reckoning. It's what karma you have been putting out there, it's coming back to you. And Pisces, it feels lucky. It feels like, if you've been putting a lot of love out there and you've been putting a lot of your best effort and your best work out there, it looks like you're about to get the payoff. What do we use the scythe for? To cut down the wheat in the fields, right? To harvest our abundance. And you have next to it the Hermit. And this is reminding you, focus on what you really want. Focus on that star card energy. Connect to your source. Connect to your highest and best self. Take this moment as a spiritual journey, not just I have to move this outside my body. I have to make this happen in the material world. I have to do this in the material world and do that in the material world in order to get closer to my happiness. We need to connect to source. And then we need to use our free will energy, our free will choices to support what we are manifesting. But we need to trust, just like we trust our body to create that baby. We need to trust the universe to create that vision and that plan that we are giving it. I'm telling you, I can feel something big's happening. Okay, the energy that you need to embody, the Spirit's advising you to embody, the Fool and the Chariot. Well, okay. Pisces, Spirit is saying, let go of all of the burdens that are burdening you. Set them down. You don't need to carry them where you're going. All this is listening to your instinct. It's remaining balanced. It's remaining centered, and it's remaining forward focused on where you're headed and where you're going, what that success and what that victory looks like. And allowing, see how she does not have any reins going to these horses, and she's just saying, I want to go that way. How is that happening? How is that working? It's one of the great mysteries, but it is, and it does. And you got to just trust it. You got to be like, that's my point on the horizon. That's where I'm headed. Let's go. And you got to trust that the universe is working in concert with you and moving you in that direction. If that's what's meant to be for you, it will. The Fool card is the traveler that carries nothing with it. Let's see who's going to be involved in your story in July, Pisces. Who will be involved in Pisces' story in July, please, Spirit? Okay. All right, Pisces, you're getting two spirits. You're getting the cat spirit and the snake spirit. You're showing up in the energy of the groundhog spirit, which is saying time to let go. And I love this card. You see how he's got his heart right here? There's a hope. There's a wish. Can't you feel that in this card? It's like sealing it with a kiss and sending it off into the universe. Like, this is what I'm manifesting. This is what I want. Wow. Underneath the groundhog spirit is the peacock spirit. Let it shine. Pisces, you're coming into a big moment here. It's like, I almost feel like, yeah, like, is there, I never did like debutante or whatever, but there's like, this feels like a coming out party or like the grand reveal of the girl in her prom dress, or you know what I mean, like whatever it is. This is what it feels like we're leading up to here. It's like there's almost a new version happening here of you, of your life even. You may be dealing with someone who has had a really hard time being independent, thinking for themselves. They may be someone who has been like not sovereign in their being. They've like had a friend group that really affected them, or they've been living for the expectations of others or to please other people, or you know, they are trying to make their family happy, or they are they may also be someone who lives in the past or is very anxious and is very focused on the future, and may be like, I can't focus on anything else until I reach these goals or until I've gotten here. When I'm here, then I can be happy, or then I can think about something else. But until I get here, I can't. You know, somebody like that. Cats, if you watch them, they live totally in the present moment. I mean, like they can completely switch it up in a moment, you know? One of my really good friends has two cats, and I FaceTime her all the time, and sometimes we just laugh at what her cats are doing. They'll be heading in one direction with the full force and weight of their being, and then they will stop. They'll hear something or something, and they'll stop, or they'll see something glowing or glittering or something interesting, and they will completely just change course and like completely forget about whatever it was they were going to do, you know? They're very present in the moment. So I feel like this is someone that struggled with being fully present in the moment and being fully sovereign over their own decision making. They may have been someone who just is like, you can't really be in a relationship with someone like that because you're not in a relationship with them. You're in a relationship with everyone who has a say in what they do, in what their actions are, in who they're trying to please or what they're trying to accomplish. And so, you know, it feels like there is a presence in your life, Pisces, who is really trying to claim their independence. It's interesting. Then you have the snake spirit. For some of you, this can be the same person. For others of you, it's a different person. This is someone who has, I almost feel like, fought change. They have sort of been like, how do I want to say it? Like something they may have said is, this is just the way that I am. I can't really change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happened to me, so this is why I am this way. And it feels like they're getting ready to shed that skin. It feels like they're getting ready to grow. And the growth comes through some kind of healing process, or some kind of, it's almost like a decision. Like, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this kind of decision. I need to change. I need to try something else. And in order to try something else, I have to shed this skin. I have to grow. I can't be afraid of growing. All right, let's see what these people have to say, or this person. Pisces, I feel like this is just a moment for you to let go of control and just be in the flow and let things happen. I feel like there's a lot changing around you, within a lot of people around you, and within a lot of the circumstances around you. I feel like the universe is at work. I feel like you have gotten yourself somewhere where you are alluring, where you are attracting something different to your life. All right. You're getting, there's a strange and deep connection between us. You're like my long lost best friend. You are my secret passion. A lot of you have some kind of secret admirer. This could be a past person who's spying on you, who's watching you, who's, you know, keeping tabs on you. But this could also be someone who has never really come right out and just told you how they feel. You're also getting, thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like you have given love to people. I feel like you have sort of been a little bit of a shining light, or some kind of example for people here a little bit. And I feel like this is coming back to you. This energy is coming back to you. You did, I don't know if I even mentioned this, because sometimes I forget, but you had butterfly on the bottom of the deck, which is talking about metamorphosis and time to be open and embrace change. I feel like, you know, people may see you sort of opening up to change, or trusting the universe in ways that you haven't before. And maybe they wouldn't put those words on it, but, you know, changing your vibration, changing your energy up a little bit, expanding, growing. And this may be, you know, if people want to stay close to you, if people want to stay in proximity to you, if they want to stay able to reconnect with you, or to connect with you in the first place, they too have to elevate, because they've got to be a vibrational match for you. You're also getting, it's easier to stay away now than lose you later. This seriously feels connected to the snake. But again, this can be the same person. And then on the bottom of the deck, you have, our connection is so beautiful, but it's also painful and confusing as hell. And you know, I think for you, Pisces, it was also painful and confusing as hell for a while. But I feel like you chose to rise above it. You're choosing to find clarity. You keep going upwards. That's how I see it. Like, either zooming out to get a bigger perspective and to see how things fit in, and to, it's like you're not going to let something bring you down, or keep you stuck, or keep you in a place of suffering. So you're going to do what you have to do. And your Piscean way, it feels like it is to kind of really get yourself to a place where you are not in so much pain, or you are not, you know, yeah, it's like to get through the pain, and then elevate, and find a new perspective, and look at it from a different way, and, you know, not let it get you, and not let it get you down. And I feel like it is sort of serving as some kind of inspiration for people around you here. And you may just not realize it, but I feel like you really are attractive to a lot of people here. All right. Diving deeper with these beings. You have heartbroken on the bottom of the deck. You have not enough. You have old school, and you have clock. Yeah, guys, there's something here where someone, it feels a little bit like they have not felt worthy. They may have sort of projected that onto you, Pisces, and tried to make you feel that way. But it's almost like some kind of programming. You know, for some of you, it's almost like, you know, a child being raised by parents that were very, very critical and just always feeling like they weren't enough or they weren't good enough or they weren't this, and constantly seeking their approval. And then, you know, with that cat spirit, you know, and then realize that they were just constantly suffering. They were constantly feeling a lack. They were constantly feeling, you know, not good enough. You know, that's a very hard thing to always feel. And it feels like someone is like, okay, I've had enough with the clock. It feels like, okay, it's time for me to shed this skin. It's time for me to say, hold on a minute. I'm in charge of my own life. I get to make my own decisions. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to be in spaces with people who feel I am worthy. Like I can't take it anymore kind of energy here. All right. So this is what I have for you in July. We are going to move into August and see what we get in August. I feel definitely like in July, it's a moment of manifestation. It's a moment of just really telling the universe, this is a clear picture of what I'm looking for, of what I want. And it's really trusting that the universe is definitely going to deliver it to you and believing it, regardless of what you're seeing or what you're experiencing. Just holding the faith, holding the vision, and knowing that it is coming to you. Because there's a lot of, it feels like people and situations changing kind of around you. If you have the opportunity to use your free will choices in July to support what you're manifesting, by all means do it. One of the best choices that you can make to help manifestations come true is to prioritize yourself, to choose self-love, to, you know, do the thing, you know, take care of yourself, to, you know, cook for yourself, to care for yourself, to clean, to declutter, to you know, do all the things that tell the universe that you matter to you and that you're choosing yourself and that, you know, you're choosing a lifestyle that supports the vision that you have and that you're holding for yourself. And you're acting as if you're basically already there, right? Okay. So, for August, for Pisces, please, Spirit. For August, for Pisces, please, Spirit. What can you show us for August, for Pisces, please, Spirit? July looks great, to be honest. All right, August for Pisces. Oh my gosh, you guys got the new moon in Leo, which happens in August. It could happen at the end of July, but it's, you know, I always associate Leo with August. And you have the full moon in Aquarius, which also happens at the same time. Well, it happens 2 weeks away from the new moon. Oh my. Pisces, if I were a betting girl, I would bet August is going to be a big, big month for you. And it is all about being bold, being confident, and letting yourself shine. That peacock spirit was underneath the groundhog spirit. And also, I don't know if I said this or not, like I get a lot of messages and then sometimes they don't all come out, which is why I hate watching my own readings, because I'm like, oh, I wanted to say this right there too. It's terrible. The groundhog comes up out of the ground. It's like you're starting to make your appearance here. It's like you're putting yourself out there. It's like you're emerging from somewhere. You may be emerging from some kind of painful, confusing experience. We saw that there. You may be emerging from some kind of dormancy. You had the Hermit there where you were just really focused on what you wanted and getting a clear picture of that, or, you know, driving towards that direction with the Chariot and the Fool card there. But you had the peacock underneath the groundhog, and it felt like a huge reveal. Like I was saying with the debutante at the ball, that's how it felt. And it feels like August is the month for that big reveal. You know, it feels like July is a bit of a preparation. Everything is kind of getting in line, getting in place here. It feels like, and people around you are kind of changing, or, you know, have an opportunity to change for sure, with the cat and the snake, to become more present in the moment and to shed something that was limiting someone, a belief system, or, you know, something. It could even be an external circumstance. August is going to be a real opportunity for you to shine and for you to thrive. And it is saying, you know, go full force, Pisces. Don't let anything hold you back. Just let yourself shine. Be your most authentic self. It's like July, you're attracting everything to you, and August is showing up. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pisces. Bottom of the deck, that caged heart energy that spun around before. Wow. And you know, beyond, oh my gosh, I literally just, my phone rang and I looked down to like silence it, and it's 11:11 in my time zone right now. So holy crap, you know what I mean? Like, whoa. Pisces, you are on your path. You are on the right path, Pisces. Okay, so now with this caged heart, I am really feeling you've been dealing with someone with some kind of real limited sense of themselves, limited sense of what is possible, limited kind of energy. It's someone that has felt trapped. You may have had multiple cycles with this person. This can even be like a family member, a coworker, a friend, whomever's on your mind, you know, and it could also be an intimate partner or a past partner. It feels as though something is changing. You have cycles here, which is showing me, you know, this is always talking about the ebb and the flow. It's always talking about, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. You know, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, sometimes things are working in our favor, sometimes they're not. Sometimes, you know, man, it says, sometimes we need to remove ourselves from an unhealthy relationship, or when a relationship has run its course, a separation either is or may occur. I feel that this, because you have claim right next to it, and then you have this energy of building, which is totally giving me Ten of Pentacles vibes. You know, you may have stepped away from an unhealthy situation with someone who just could not rise up to meet your occasion. They may have even in July had an opportunity to change and didn't, or they may have had an opportunity in July to change and they did. And if they did, then I feel like they're showing up. And if they didn't, I feel like someone else is showing up. And I feel like this someone else had their eye on you in July. If this someone else knew about the past person, they may have been waiting to see. But either way, I feel like you are off to build something with someone in the month of August. It feels like the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you're beginning the journey that leads to the Ten of Pentacles, or that definitely has the potential to. Let's dive in deeper here. This is a very exciting energy. It's like you're not going to be limited because someone else is limited here. It's either that person or it's somebody else showing up here, Pisces. Okay, yeah, see? Oh my. All right, we got to look at this one. Brand spanking new soulmate coming in. So I am right. I'm just telling you I'm right. I usually don't do that, but I'm telling you here. This is either, yeah, brace yourself. Big changes are coming. this is either your person gets their act together or there's someone new coming in. And this is your time to just open yourself up to whatever it is that is for you, and to trust it, and to trust that spirit knows your plan. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. All right, let's just... The energy is big and the energy is exciting. I'm telling you, I have to just ground and center for a sec. You have, brace yourself, big changes are coming. You have, this is like a climactic moment. There's some kind of climactic moment I would bet money on. That happens in August for a lot of you. There is secrets and drama are bubbling to the surface. Somebody wants to open the X-Files. Proceed with caution. Possible third party or blockage. Time to reconsider this. Open yourself up to change. I'm going to say, the way I'm feeling this, if there has been a possible third party, I definitely got that with the cat and the snake, that, you know, either there's a limited belief system, some kind of limiting factors within your person, or you have external influences that are just too influential on your person for them to be safe for you to be in a relationship with. Because you're not really in a relationship with them, you're in a relationship with all the people that are influencing them. I'm feeling in July, they have an opportunity to have this come to the light and to change. I feel like Pisces, you are moving on, you are living your life, and you are doing what you need to do to rise above the confusion and the pain and whatever else that you have been dealing with. And I feel like most of you, or a lot of you, are going to be so far above it and so far beyond it. Like, I feel like you've already moved beyond a large extent of the pain. I mean, we're all on different timelines, right? So there's going to be all different stories here, but I feel like a lot of you, I don't know why I'm getting the number 70% of you, are really kind of past that point. You're on the other side. You are elevating. You are looking at things already from a higher level perspective. And it's like you are ready. And it's almost like I feel intuitively you already know. You already see change coming, or you already see something. You may even see the change within yourself, which is crazy, but this is how it's showing it to me. It's like you can see that you have unlocked something within yourself, to where maybe in the past you were really like, no, I really want it to be that person. And now it's like you've really moved beyond that. You've really expanded beyond that place. And you know, energetically, your ex is going to feel that. Energetically, your ex is going to be like, uh-oh, they're getting away from me, you know, and that's when they have a tendency to come in. Plus, I don't know, but I'm betting there's a Mercury retrograde right around in here. I feel influence from the planets. Oh, we have Saturn and Neptune going into retrograde. I think it's in Pisces, like any minute now, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I'm not an astrologer, so don't quote me on that, but I think so. I feel the energy of retrograde here. I'm looking it up. Oh my gosh. It goes August 5th through the 27th. So holy crap. Yes, Mercury retrograde. This coupled with the fact that you have moved completely on is, I feel there's a magnetic pull for your ex. You have time to reconsider this, which is, I am going to actually take a tarot card on this because I have to. Can you please clarify time to reconsider this? This is somebody that's not been able to let you go. This is somebody that's been spying on you. I feel it's like almost like the elephant in the room. It's kind of like, you know, this is someone who really can't let you go. I mean, it's like, I feel like you already know this. I feel like I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. Yet this is someone who has traditionally been pretty guarded or has had some kind of blockage or some kind of wall up with the Nine of Wands. And with the Page of Swords, it's like, it's almost like that spy that's really obvious, you know, like somebody who, I don't know if they even think they're being cool or not, but it's like, you know, it's like they're trying to pretend that they're really looking this way, but they're really looking over their shoulder. And all you have to do is look at them to see that. I don't know how to say it, but it's like their tactics are not even good at spying. You know, it's like, you know, you're aware they're spying on you somehow. But I feel, Pisces, like you have on some level either already released this person or you have just opened yourself up. You have unlocked yourself, is how it keeps coming across, to all the possibilities here. And you have this open yourself up to changes, which feels like a confirmation to me. And here they come. So either this person decided to do the work in July and they're showing up in August, or they're showing up and they haven't done the work and you're like, or you might have a new person and a past person showing up. Someone's coming in to claim this thing. Oh my gosh. Pisces. Look at that. Those two came out together. Oh my gosh, you guys just got this card the other day. You keep getting a dog card with loyalty, and you know I love dogs. Okay, it's so funny. My rings are actually too big, but I just haven't gotten them sized. And my ring keeps like sliding down my finger the whole time I'm doing this reading. And I say that because you guys got diamond ring. Wow, you had the Saturn card in reverse. And you got the Saturn card the other day. And I was just talking about Saturn being in retrograde. Okay. Anyway, you guys have someone fueled by memories and nostalgia coming towards you. Definitely, clearly, here with the Crow and the Rider. All right, this is August. You have this diamond ring, you have soulmates, and you have bellows, which is a catalyst, and it ignites, it fans the flames of a spark. This feels like I don't know if you have a new person coming in that sort of may, I'm getting it two ways. One, I'm getting like sparks the flames within you. Like you are like, whoa, I'm alive. I am doing something. I am really living. This is really happening. It feels amazing. Or this can be someone coming in that makes your past person be like, uh-oh, I got to get my act together. The World card, there's definitely a completion of a cycle. There's a climax moment in August. You have the albatross, which is a good sign or omen. And then you have the Emperor energy, which is that divine masculine energy. I feel it's someone taking control and coming towards you. I mean, that albatross is coming towards you. The swan is there facing you. This is big energy. This is big energy. And it feels like love is in the air, you know? Let's see. Oh my gosh, what energy do you need to embody? And you have the Chariot and the Lovers now. You may have a choice in love. Look at these three people here. And it may be you with the two people, you know? Yeah, you are really focused on your own success. You're really focused on where you're going. You really are kind of becoming, I think by August, a pretty well-oiled machine. Like you are really in top form here. It feels like, Pisces. And this choice is yours. It's your choice to have a partner at all, to choose one of these people, or, you know, to keep on going in your own direction. And really, I feel like you're going to keep on going in your own direction. Either way, it feels like someone is meeting up with you on your journey, you know? And it does feel like one person is prepared and one person isn't. These two people are on bicycles and this person is not. All right. So we'll just take all of those clues and we'll dive in with the Animal Spirit Tarot. Oracle. Who are we dealing with? Oh my God, Pisces. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my God, you guys. Do you know that otters sleep with their arms linked together with the person they love or with the otters that they love so that they don't drift away from each other in the water while they're sleeping? Isn't that the cutest thing you ever heard in your life? Otters are adorable. I feel like there is someone who has been around or is coming around. I feel like they're trying to get a read on the situation, but this feels like a soulmate with the swans and the otter spirit. For me, those are two of the animals that I associate deeply with love. You know, also elephants for me. Did you know that they found out through AI that elephants actually call each other by name? They're like the only other animal spirit that has been determined to call each other by name. Isn't that profound? I am obsessed with elephants. I just love them. But anyway, the otter spirit and the seahorse spirit, this is someone who mates for life. You know, this is someone who it comes in with serious intentions. They don't want to get their heart broken. They want to make sure that you are free and clear of a past energy before they come in and fall in love, or let themselves fall in love. This is a very serious person who is loving and affectionate and demonstrative and doesn't ever really want to be without their person. You know, they're not someone who's going to get freaked out and run, you know, and they want to make sure that you're not the person that does that either. They're observing, they're checking it out. This could also be, the otter spirit could be a new person, or it could be a past person who, you know, energetically has never left you alone. But with the seahorse spirit, if there are two different people here in this particular reading, I do feel like the otter spirit is more a new person that's never let you down before. And I feel like the seahorse spirit is more that, you know, Page of Swords that we saw when we clarified time to reconsider. There's someone that has a hard time letting you go, but they're not really brave enough to really step up and offer you what you deserve. With the flamingo spirit, you have embraced the in-between. I feel like you're embracing the journey. I feel like you know that you haven't arrived yet, but you know that you're on a grand journey, and you know that this is a great leg of the race. And it is just, you know, being you, doing you, standing out in your own way and living it to your highest and fullest and loving it and being totally present for it and in it. All right, let's get some message cards. It's like we share the same mind and heart. You are my rose. You will be in my heart beyond death. You see all the heart references in this otter heart. I'm afraid if you touch me, you will destroy me. This is someone who knows they're very sensitive, and that if they fall in love with you, they won't ever be able to not love you. Can we just kiss all night? This person is sensitive, affectionate, and demonstrative. I got that very strongly. I want you by my side. This person does not want to be without you. I saw myself in you the first second I laid eyes on you. You're not my usual type, but I like it a lot. Yeah. All right, can we go further here for Pisces, please, Spirit? Yeah, you've got someone who is, yeah, I feel like you do have two people coming towards you in August, possibly Pisces, for a lot of you, a past person and a new person. with this date energy, you know, I feel like more than you, I feel like you'll be asked out on at least a date, but I feel like you might be asked out on more than one date. There's something here where they're hot, like they're with the hammer and the karmic relationship. It feels like there is a relationship. It's a soulmate relationship, you know. I know like it says karmic, but for me, the energy that I'm getting here is that it's kind of like this relationship had a lot of lessons to be learned in it, and there was a deep love and a deep, the experience that you shared with this person feels like it was really intense, and it was like something that you know you'll never experience something like that with another person again. It's just like the nature of the time, or the nature of what was going on, or who you were and who they were and whatever. It feels intense. But it also feels to me, and you know, keep in mind this is a general reading, and you know, we have free will choices. So if you wanted this to be your forever person, so be it, you know what I mean? But it feels to me like a relationship with a soulmate that the purpose was to really learn something, to learn how to fix or repair something within ourselves, and or to like point out the opportunity. You know, it's one of the relationships are all reflections of us in a way, so that we can, you know, see ourselves more clearly and learn how to, I don't want to say overcome, but, you know, sort of find all the barriers within us that exist that we've built against love and tear them down. And it feels like this relationship was something related to that. And, you know, you can keep trying to make it work because you love the person and because you want to, but it may not be what's meant to be. But because there is a deep soul connection there, it feels like, you know, you could try to sort of force it or jerry rig it, and it might kind of patchworky type work, you know, for the long term. But I think you have something else here coming in that feels less obstacle ridden and less difficulty and less fraught with suffering and learning through suffering. So take it as it resonates, okay? And keep in mind, it's a general reading. I recommend getting a private reading if you want to go deeper into energies like that. But that's what I'm getting. You definitely, again, Pisces, you keep having a message of support in your arena here. And so I definitely feel like you got a lot going on with people. It's a very people-y period of time for you, July and August here. Let's see where we go with September. I feel like for some of you, if there was a third party and that person, with your past person, if this is going to happen, if it is going to work out by August, they will not, I feel like they will have had to deal with that. If they haven't, I feel like that may be almost like a sign or synchronicity that you're getting someone new. Like the third person will be on your side very shortly. You feel what I'm saying? All right. For Pisces, please, for September, for Pisces for September. I'm going to die if you guys get the new moon in Virgo. Okay, you got the full moon in Aries. That could be at the end of September or the beginning of October. A fiery climax approaches. What did I tell you? There's a climax. You have the full moon in Scorpio here, which happens in, I think it's like April or May. So there's something that may have been revealed in April or May that's getting sort of a second look or a second coming or a second appearance. There may be something that is revealed at the end of September or the beginning of October that has something to do with something that was also revealed in April or May, or is related to an event that took place at that time. It can also be that there's a first reveal at this time and then a second reveal at that time. It can also be an important time frame, just period, for some of you. The end of September to like April, May of next year. Guys, it is time to just let go of any thought that is not in alignment with your highest and best at this time. I just cannot stress it enough. It's basically a handicap to you at this time. You are manifesting, things are being revealed, climaxes are happening. You're coming into a space where it's like anything truly is possible. The only thing holding you back is you, you know? That's the energy. That's what it feels like. All right, so let's dive in. All right, you guys have Beauty and the Beast on the bottom of the deck. You have Self-Sabotage, Waiting, The Tortured Soul, and Unchanged. For me, I feel like this is where you may be seeing that someone really hasn't been able to come through for you. And, you know, it feels like, you know, we all think, I mean, I don't know, maybe we all don't think, but I think one of our natural sort of ways of being is sort of knowing how we are and sort of looking at others and thinking that, well, they must be like that too. And one of the biggest pitfalls I see in relationships with tarot cards is that we think everybody wants to heal. We think that if we find and fall in love with someone who is conflicted and wounded and suffering, that our love can lead them toward healing. You know, some people go even a bridge beyond that and say, my love can heal them. You know, all they need to do is know what it is to be unconditionally loved, and then they will be able to love themselves. But not everyone wants to heal. And that is something that has been a real hard realization, not just for me, but even just in talking with a lot of people. You know, I mean, I have clients that come to me and they're like, but, you know, I've given so much, but I've da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, but you know what? You have to want it for yourself. If you don't want it for yourself, there is no amount of anything in the world that is going to get you there, that is going to, you know, and beyond that, in unconditional love is something that you have to be able to receive. And people that have been starving for it their whole lives, a lot of times don't know how to receive it. And it's so sad, but they have to make up their mind for themselves that they want to heal and that they want to let go of all the barriers that they have built against love out of hurt and out of pain and out of neglect and abandonment, in order to be able to receive it. And what I see here is, you know, for some of you, you have been waiting. there's this red string of fate all wrapped around her. You have been waiting for a soulmate to change or to rise up or to come to some kind of realization. And with the unchanged card coming here, it's kind of telling me that, you know, for some of you, you know, at least this person hasn't been able to change, and you may be realizing that. And then, you know, I keep seeing that it's time to release negativity. This could be directed at that person, but it can also be for you. That, you know, if something is pulling on you, if something hasn't been able to rise to meet the occasion of your love or of what you're offering them, then it may now be time to release it, even if it's so difficult, even if it's so hard. But as I always say, you're the only one that can come to that conclusion for yourself. And I would never, ever, ever want you to think that I am saying to you, let this person go. You are the only one that can decide that for yourself. And it's a very intuitive thing, and it's a very organic, natural thing for you. Because if you let someone go and you're not ready to, you'll spend the rest of your life going, well, if I would have waited another week, or if I would have just said this, or if I would have just done this, then maybe they would have come back. And I don't think, you know, that's a fate we wish upon our worst enemy, right? That what if forever. But you may be arriving at this conclusion organically and naturally in September, and it may be unimaginable to you at this point. But I think the next 2 months are going to change a lot of things in your life, Pisces. For a lot of you. We're all on different timelines, so just keep that in mind, you guys. They are not being honest with you. Let you use your intuition to guide you. You may not see the progress now, but trust that it's happening. This may be super disappointing. Abundance and stability are entering your life now. Forgive to release these karmic cycles. Things are not what they seem. Dig deeper for insight. Pisces, this for me is just such confirmation, because I feel like in your life, you're making strides. You've gotten the Chariot in your major arcana energy for you to embody in July and in August. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see it again in September, although I'm not sure it's necessary. I feel like by the time September comes, you know, you are different. You're in a different space than you're in right now. I feel like you have more stability. I feel like you have more abundance. I feel like you have more confidence. I feel like, you know, things are starting to really show up in the physical world that confirm to you all the work that you've done. And you've got like what feels a little bit like a hanger on her. And they may be spying on you. They may be energetically sort of hanging on to you. They may be sort of sending messages through friends or doing just the bare minimum for you to keep hope alive in the situation. But I feel like by September, something is really becoming very clear to you. And I think it's, you know, I feel this moment. I had a boyfriend before my husband, and he cheated on me several times. I forgave him. We moved beyond it. And even though I was super young, I kind of look back and go, what was I doing? But I was completely just in love with him. I just thought he was the greatest thing ever. And one day we were actually camping with a couple that was like our best friends, and he told a lie to the female person in that group, and it was about food. It wasn't even anything important. But it was just like a blatant lie. And I remember I just was like, oh no, never again. And that was it. Like years of cheating, of, you know, all this stuff could not break me from this person. But in that one moment, something that was truly so super insignificant, it was just like I could just see it so clearly. And it was just, there was nothing he could have ever done to convince me that to give him another chance. Not one thing. In fact, he reached out to me like after I'd been married 10 years and was like, on Facebook and was like, hey, how are you? You know, I'd really like to be friends again. I was like, nope, absolutely not. So, you know, sometimes there's just a moment where you see something so clearly you can't unsee it. And you can't even describe what it actually was about the thing. It's just that was the thing. You know what I mean? So let's see what's going on here, Pisces. You have the Lovers. I think you're choosing a new person. But, you know, for some of you, not for all of you, right? You know, nothing is always true. And for some of you, I think it definitely is. I mean, it could be either way, right? Especially you have Judgment here. That could be a reconciliation. You know, by September, something has been developing. For some of you, if someone sort of has been around your energy or something has been sort of, you're kind of like, is this trying to happen? Do they like me? Do they not like me? By September, I feel like it's starting to really, really, really happen here. You know, I feel like the fireworks are going off. And I feel like there is just a general sense of happiness. I also feel like you're feeling very balanced and centered. I feel like things are just, you know, it's like there's been a lot of change, I feel like, in July and August. And I feel like by September, you're sort of settling into a new version of your reality. And it feels good. You know, it feels really positive. You do have woman, element of fire, and key here. If you're a masculine who is seeking a feminine, this can be a situation where you do have someone coming in. This can be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be. It can also just be like you have found the secret to creation. You have found the secret to effortless creation, and it's showing all around you. The woman energy always is representative of receiving. And so for me, this can be where you are receiving the physical representation of what you've been manifesting. It just feels good, Pisces. It feels calm, and it feels lovely, and it feels lucky, and it feels happy. And it feels like your life, it's almost like you're expecting things to work out. You're feeling lucky. You're just feeling like luck is on your side. Like you pull into a parking lot and you're getting the spot you want. Like you go, man, if everything works out perfectly today, I'll be able to do this, 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 and this. And you're able to do this, 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 and this, you know? It feels that way. So a lot of really good energetic flow here. I feel like, you know, if something has been holding on to your energy, I feel like you're free of it. And I do feel, especially with this key, this element of fire and this woman energy, I feel like there's something here about mastering manifestation or really, really figuring something out here, getting a deeper understanding of it. All right, what energy does Pisces need to embody for September, please, Spirit? Ooh, you're getting two. The sun, yes. Oh, wow, see, there's some kind of ending. You're getting the cosmos, temperance, and death. You see, you're very balanced. You're very grounded and centered. You're very healed. You're very at peace and at one with everything. I feel like there is something that is now really coming together. I feel with the cosmos and with this key, this fire and this woman energy, I feel like you're really tapped into the creative flow of the universe. And I feel like you're able to really, with confidence, draw things down from the ethers here. With the Sun card, you are happy. You're just happy. You have clarity. Things are making sense to you. Things feel right to you. It feels good to be you. For Pisces, who's Pisces dealing with? All right. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. So 2 cards just fell out of the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, and I don't know if I said it out loud, but I was like, all right, okay. Sometimes I'm like saying that to, I don't know what. Anyway, in trying not to sound crazy, even though I really don't care, these 2 cards fell in my lap, and I got these. This is the energy, this is the people, okay? And this fell in my lap, and I was like, what is this? And I looked at it, and I just feel like someone or some of you or whatever, this is your life coming full circle in September, okay? You have sometimes life stings with the wasp spirit, and then you have with the turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. And Pisces, remember how there was that card on the bottom of the deck? I don't know what it was, but I was like, this feels like magic. Oh, it was Secret Admirer. It came out in, what, July? And I was like, I kind of keep getting the feeling like this is like angels or your spirit guide like going, yes, Pisces, yes. Because what it kept showing me was like sort of falling down, but then like getting back up, falling down, but then getting back up. And it's like, it's almost like, you know, your resilience, your ability to rise every time life has stung you, you know, this energy of, you know, it's almost like falling into your spiritual path in a way, because it is like, yeah, things have not totally always worked out for you. You have been heartbroken. You have, I mean, it's even like showing me crying into a pillow here, which is like trying to handle it on your own, like, but being sad, really sad. And this right here, what happens in September is like, it's like the clouds are parting, the sun is coming out. It's like, you know, you've sort of done it. You sort of, you're cracking the code is sort of how it feels. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but this really feels like a message of like, especially if you're hurting right now, it is to know that it's going to change, and that, you know what, it's not, Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built brick by brick over a long period of time by a lot of hard work. And that, so too is the journey. And sometimes parts of the journey are slower and more difficult and more painful. And sometimes parts of the journey go way too fast. You know, they're so good that they happen in the blink of an eye. It's like when they say, you know, your children grow up like that. They grow up way too fast. Like, I'm here to tell you that is 100% true. 1 million people told that to me, and they were right, every single one of them. And there's a reason why everybody says that. And this is just one of those moments, Pisces, where things are really good and September just flies by. But it is also, it's not like it's a reward for the pain that you've been through, but it's like, that is the natural cycle of life. You know, sometimes we are on the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, and sometimes we are on the top. And so when we are on the top, we got to be present in the moment and enjoy it. When we are on the bottom, we have to be present in the moment and know that it's going to change. So that just feels like a message, okay? So I don't know who that's for or who needed to hear it, but there it is. You have dolphin spirit. This and that are true. 2 birds. It's going fast. It's flying by. I'm literally, September is going to be like that for you. Which kind of, it almost feels like is sad because it's great. Which is crazy. It's Virgo season. It's your opposite season. Okay. All right, so here we go. You've got the Sandpiper spirit, which I don't know if you guys know this, but I absolutely love sandpipers. And you have bat spirit. A rebirth is a short. I have pictures of sandpipers above my bed and above my couch. Like, I love sandpipers. Like, to me, those are like your two feature walls. I have sandpipers on both of them. I feel, you know, if you've ever watched sandpipers, they are very playful. They do not take anything seriously. They get very excited if you give them a piece of bread, which you really shouldn't do, but if you do, they get super excited. It causes quite a commotion. They just go sort of crazy. But they're really fun. They're very social, and they love to have a good time. Like, you can tell just like when they're on the beach in front of you, they're just having a blast. They love their life. They wouldn't rather be anything other than a sandpiper. And I think that it's a wonderful energy to be around when someone or a being wouldn't rather be anything other than what it is, you know? And wouldn't rather be anywhere than where they are, you know? And with the bat spirit, it says a rebirth is assured. This is giving me hangman vibes to the maximum, the bat. And I would say that this energy, it could be you. Even though when I do this reading, my intention is that you are whatever energy is on the bottom of the deck, which is the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. But the feeling that this bat spirit is giving me is, you know, when sometimes we forget to do this, but when everything is working out for us, a lot of times we don't look back and go, holy crap, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I was there. 6 months ago, I was there. A year ago, I was there. My gosh, how quickly life can change. How quickly, you know, things can just be, you can feel like you don't really know where you're going and everything in front of you is kind of unknown and da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, when you find out, it's almost like sometimes the universe surprises you. That's why you got to be careful when you're manifesting, that you don't sell yourself short. You know what I mean? Like, I try to be open. I try to give the universe like a picture. This is the way that I want my life to feel. I'm a very feeling person. I'm clairsentient. You know, I'm a feeler. And so when I manifest, I show the universe how I want to feel, like what I want my life to feel like. And for me, that is accompanied by pictures, but I'm always really open to it being however it is, just as long as I get to be feeling that way, which is basically loving the people that I love. That's just what I want to do with every minute of my being and every fiber of my being for all of my life. And so it feels like there's this energy of looking back and realizing, or it may even be spirit saying, hey Pisces, don't forget when you're in this moment to look back and to see how far you've come and how fast. And really, you know, when we're in the throes of the painful part, or we're in the throes of the learning of the lessons and the spiritual journey and the like, is this going to end? You know, it can feel like it takes forever. But when you get to a space where it feels very different, it looks very different, and you look back, it may feel like it happened in the blink of an eye. Like, did that even really happen? Did it take that long? You know what I mean? It feels that way to me. This and that are true. It both took a long time and didn't take any time at all. Time is a human construct. All right, guys, I don't know. We're getting deep. We're getting philosophical. Molly Greeno. I hope you're giggling. All right, here we go. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You are my lost paradise. There's a strange and deep connection between us. Things are not always as they seem. Thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. I love you. I hate you. I can't live without you. Where do we go from here? All I ever wanted and needed is you. You are always safe with me. And then On the bottom of the deck, you have, I know that you know I'm hiding deep feelings for you, and now I feel stuck. This may be the tortured soul who couldn't get it together. Man, Pisces, Lord have mercy on my soul. This backstabbing came out in reverse and I heard leave it, so I'm leaving it. You have girl with a snake on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Pisces, I feel like you're leaving behind. There is some kind of energy here where it just feels like possibly you were, you know, even... this could be a past person, but it could also be like friends, coworkers, you know, environments where, you know, you just had to kind of like watch your six all the time. Like watch your back. My dad was in the military, so like I guess I say things that are weird sometimes, but anyway, yeah, like, you know, there's this energy of, you know, it sort of feels like you have been in some kind of unstable environments where it's like it could be that people were actually jealous of you. With that, what is that? A pomegranate that is on the curtains of the High Priestess card, and it is representative of the story of Persephone and how she went into, or how Dante or whatever kidnapped her and took her into the underworld, and then if she ate a seed of a pomegranate or whatever, she would always have to return or something. It's temptation. Okay, it represents temptation. And for me, this feels like you could have been around people who were not able to grow, because we're getting that reference to the snake again here. Like people who were very limited, people who didn't think they had anything to learn, or were too insecure to admit it, or too insecure to tap into the beginner's mind and go, you know what, I don't know everything already. In fact, I'm really curious and I want to learn more, you know. And I feel like people have been sort of jealous of you or trying to bring you down. I feel like you've been in a lot of environments where it's like your intuition is the thing that had to get you through, like just intuitively sensing who people were in your environment. And just, I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons from it, but I do feel there's almost this energy of blood being spilled, or like a lot of suffering, like Three of Swords kind of energy with the knife there. And, you know, you may have had to really train your mind, train your, like fine tune the way that you looked at things in order to survive it. And I feel like this has, this, you know, you're never going to be without this in life. You know, there's this everywhere, right? But it feels like you were in particularly saturated environments like this. And I feel like either you have gotten yourself mentally conditioned to a place where it no longer affects you as much or at all. At all would be a miracle. I mean, well, it's not a miracle. It can happen. It does happen. Most of the time, though, what I have found, or at least my experience of it, has been it will affect me, and then I have to go through what I have to go through, but now I know what to do. So now that I know what to do, it doesn't last very long. And that may be the case here for you. But you figured something out here, and on top of it, so it can be where you have even weeded your garden of people and gotten rid of people who are like this in your life. But it feels like you have a lot less of this experience, or if you have it, I feel like an immunity to it. So take that as it resonates. I feel like you're very focused on the good things in your life, and I feel like you have a lot of good things. You have the coffee cup, meeting and talking. You have the teddy bear, interested in you. You have blowing kisses, unconditional love. And then you have soulmates, soul connection, partnerships, soul contract, life partner. I feel like I feel like the next 3 months, Pisces, are a time of real change. And I feel like it is the physical manifestation, or the physical, you know, realization of your manifestations, of a lot of things that you've been manifesting. And particularly August feels like a really hot month where you're like, wait, did that just happen? Oh my God. You know, in September, it's like you're sort of getting used to it. So this is what I have for you for the next 3 months, Pisces. I hope this brought you some clarity. I hope that it helped. If it did, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment, please. And until next time, guys. And if you'd like to be a member, no worries if you don't, but if you do, there is a link in the description box. I'm doing fun stuff over there. I'm having fun. I don't know. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to do more, and I can't wait to actually plan a sip and paint and really be able to get together. All right, so until next time, guys, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.